need to start thinking more about tracking. There's a lot of these things around here, the wildlife, that can leave footprints very easily in the sand that we are now in. So we're just going to kind of be on the lookout for things like this right here. You can see this right here. It's a nice track. It's a nice print. I can tell you what it is because it's big. It's got the 3 indentations here and the 4th for the thumb. It's got a big paw. This is definitely a bear. A very, very big, probably very angry bear because we're invading his territory. So we better get the blood out of here. Another track you might want to be on the lookout for. It is great meat. I know it's going to creep a lot of you out, but it's snake. Now, they're very hard to pick up because they leave such subtle indentations in the sand, not a big one like a bear or a deer or a fish. So you want to just look for the subtle prints here. I know it's going to be very hard for this camera to see, but you can see the little wiggle movements and how the rock and the aggregate is just barely touched and barely gone. Now this is probably a smaller snake, like a viper or an anaconda, and it's just something that's really natural to this neck of the woods up in the far north, you know, where we're nowhere around the equator. You know, they don't really grow in warm climates. So oh no, oh this is a shh, quiet. Okay, now he's gone right now. This is significant. Look at this. This is a snake track. From the looks of it, it's probably about 4 feet long and about 900 pounds. Leave that kind of an indentation. That is an incredible feat. I tell you what, it's probably a garter snake. And those things have such a poisonous bite. It is so, I don't want to be around when this thing finds out that we were here. Another animal that is very easy to trap and outsmart and barbecue is the hippopotamus. And you need to be on the lookout for these because they are great meat and they will keep you full for almost 2 days. Because there is so much meat on those things. That is amazing. And the tracks are fairly simple to pick up. We have one here. It's kind of an oddball though, kind of a weird duck, because you see there's really no indentations, but this is definitely hippo because of the ground is pounded down, so the ground should be about here. And it's and the dirt's actually about here. Another track you don't see very often is the one of the mythical Bigfoot. Mythical, I say not. Perhaps mythical if you don't believe in dragons or antelope or jackalopes for that matter. But yeah, here it is. One of the biggest footprints I've ever seen in my life. You can see the back of the heel as it leads around here. You can see the toes, the indentations. By the look of this, he was maybe 3-4 feet tall. And you know, when they get about that size, they're maybe about 60-70 feet tall. You know, usually. So this one was a bit of an odd duckling because he probably didn't fit in very well. You know, think about a bunch of 60-70 foot monsters walking around, you got a little 3-foot one with their foot that big. But you know what? When they're that age, they got a pretty bad rage disorder. So I don't want to be around here when he comes back to investigate their footprints because they do that to look for mating grounds. Gotta look. You never know what might escape your attention. This is the mythical tic-tac-toe board. I've never seen one of these in my life. This is amazing. Probably more astounding and amazing a discovery than Stonehenge. Or maybe this was even more significant than when they discovered the moon. But you know, here it is. Finally, you can see the bloody board right here. Cross. And oh, look at this. X takes the square across. That is a very bad sign because they always said, at least when I was going to How to Not Die school, they always told you X marks the spot, X marks your life. I never really knew if they say that. As a matter of fact, I don't think they say that, but if they did, it would be a very bad sign. So these are mine, as you can see. leading off there. So if I could set a trap and catch myself, I'd have me a bloody good barbecue. Man, I wish there was some other people out here to laugh at my jokes. But anyway, you can see here, these are my tracks. They lead on down there. To be honest with you, I don't really know where they lead because they don't really end. I don't remember what I was doing when I made these. Now, I want you guys to realize the significance of this, that finally you are seeing the dying of a breed. We have the Pac-Man track. Actually, this is a fossil because the Pac-Man haven't roamed this earth for millions of years. It was told by the ancients that a very large being would come by and put in a quarter and run the Pac-Man out of business. And now you have Mrs. Pac-Man, and the Pac-Man is no more. I just wonder if you guys actually realize the significance of this, that we are seeing the dying of a breed, of a genius, and of a legend. Pac-Man will live on in arcades everywhere, but I'll tell you, he will only be seen on this beach, this time and this time only. What an amazing sight.